Try to fly, someone shouted across the scorching flight line. Laughter followed, loud, careless, final. Staff Sergeant Sophia Rivera didn't respond. She lay beneath the belly of an F-16 Fighting Falcon, hands deep in machine, fingers blackened with oil, turning a wrench with quiet precision. Sweat ran down her face, but her focus never broke. This was her battlefield. Not the sky, not yet. Above her, pilots leaned in the shade, trading jokes and bets about who belonged in the cockpit and who didn't. Sophia heard every word. She just didn't need to answer them, because machines didn't care who you were. They only cared if you were right. The desert heat pressed down like a hammer. The air shimmered above the runway, distorting rows of fighter jets into ghostly shapes. Jet fuel burned in the air, thick and sharp. Captain Rodriguez smirked as he cracked open a drink. "A month's pay says Rivera never touches a cockpit," he said. No one disagreed. Not out loud. Sophia slid out from under the aircraft and stood. Colonel Morrison approached, sharp, cold, and unimpressed before he even spoke. "You're Rivera?" he asked flatly. "Yes, sir." He glanced at her tools, then at a small black notebook. He picked it up, flipped through pages. Flight hours, training logs, dreams written in ink. His expression hardened. "Mechanics don't become pilots," he said. Then he took the book. "Get back to work." That was the moment everything shifted. Not loudly, not dramatically, quietly, cruelly. Tools started disappearing. Reports went missing. Someone poured dirt into her water. Every message said the same thing. "You don't belong here." But Sophia didn't fight them. She worked. Longer hours. Sharper focus. Stronger resolve. Because she wasn't trying to prove them wrong. She was trying to be ready. Days later, something fell off. She stood near the flight line as a young pilot rushed through his pre-flight checks. Too fast. Too careless. Her eyes locked on the wing, the flap actuator. A faint metallic click echoed across the heat. Her stomach dropped.
She knew that sound.
Fatigue. Failure waiting to happen. She stepped forward. "Captain, hold up. That actuator isn't right."
He frowned.
"It passed inspection. It won't hold under load." He hesitated, but pride won. "I'm cleared to fly," he snapped. Colonel Morrison appeared. "What's the issue?" "She's delaying launch, sir," the pilot said. Sophia tried again. "There's a defect. Return to your post." Morrison cut her off. The jet roared to life and took off. Hours later, the radio cracked. Eagle 7 confirmed status. Silence. Then static. Then flap control not responding. Sophia froze. That was her aircraft. She didn't wait. She ran. Up the stairs. Into the control systems. A flickering panel caught her eye. Backup communications failing. A cable was burned, barely holding. She tore it out. Rewired it. "Kill power," she ordered. A technician hesitated. "That's the last link. It's already dead." Power dropped, then surged back. Static cleared. A voice came through.
Weak. Desperate.
"Tower, this is Eagle 7, fuel low, controls unstable." Sophia grabbed a headset. "Eagle 7, this is Rivera. I've worked on your aircraft. Listen carefully." Silence. Then, "I hear you, barely. Your flap actuator has failed. Hydraulics are gone. We're going manual." She spoke calmly,
Clearly.
step by step. "Locate the auxiliary release. Red lever. Hold for 3 seconds." The pilot breathed heavily. "Done."
Good.
"Now reduce speed gradually. Don't fight it, guide it." Warnings flashed. Wind shear. Low fuel. No margin for error. "Divert to secondary runway," she continued. "You'll catch the arresting cable." The jet appeared on the horizon. Unstable. Fighting itself. The entire tower held its breath. "Now," she said quietly. The tail hook dropped. The cable snapped tight. The aircraft slammed forward. And stopped. Silence. Then, Eagle 7 down safe. The room erupted.
Cheers.
Relief. Shock. Sophia didn't celebrate. She just set the headset down. and walked away. Later, in the debrief, the pilot stood before everyone. "I'm alive because of Staff Sergeant Rivera," he said. "She knew that aircraft better than anyone." He paused. "I'm recommending her for officer training." That night, Colonel Morrison returned her notebook.
I was wrong, he said.
Simple.
Direct.
Final. Report at 0800. Training was brutal, relentless, unforgiving. Exactly what she needed. Her first flight test. Engine failure simulation. No hesitation. Correct inputs.
Perfect landing.
Team exercises. Lead aircraft disabled. She stepped in. No orders needed. Target hit. Mission complete. Final evaluation. Unknown system failure mid-flight. She adapted. Diagnosed. Stabilized. Landed clean. Welcome to the Officer Corps, Lieutenant Rivera. Weeks later, under a dark desert sky, she stood at the edge of the runway. Jets roared in the distance. Stars burned above. She thought about that first day. The laughter. The doubt. The silence. She didn't need to prove anything anymore. She had already done it. Because the sky doesn't care who you are. Only whether you're ready. And she was. The sky was different from up here. Colder. Sharper.
Honest.
Lieutenant Sophia Rivera felt at the moment her F-35 lifted off the runway. No shadows to hide in. No tools to fix things quietly. Up here, mistakes didn't wait. They killed. "Falcon lead, you're clear," came the voice over comms. "That's you now," Martinez added. She didn't answer right away. Because this wasn't training anymore. This was real. The joint exercise zone stretched across miles of desert and mountain terrain. Multiple aircraft. Live fire simulations. Electronic warfare interference. And one simple objective. Survive the mission. Falcon formation, Titan spacing, Sophia ordered. Her voice was calm. Controlled. Unrecognizable from the mechanic they once laughed at. 3 aircraft adjusted behind her. They trusted her.
Now.
Minutes into the mission, everything changed. Warning. Radar spike. A burst of interference cut through comms. Then, missile lock. The cockpit screamed with alarms. Brake right. Deploy countermeasures. Flares burst behind her jet like burning stars. She rolled hard, pulling GS that pressed her into the seat. The missile tore past. 2 close. "Status check," she called. 2 is good. 3 is hit. Controls sluggish. Sophia's eyes snapped to her display. Aircraft 3 was losing stability. Just like her memory hit instantly. Flap system failure. Not again. 3, listen carefully, she said, voice tightening just slightly. "You're not losing the aircraft. Stay with me." I'm trying," the pilot replied. The jet wobbled violently. Altitude dropping. Sophia didn't panic. Because she had already been here. Just from the ground. "Switch to manual override," she instructed. "Auxiliary control panel. Left side." "I don't see." "You do. Focus." A pause. Heavy breathing. Then, "Got it."
Good.
"Now follow me exactly." She slowed her own aircraft. Risking exposure. Holding formation. Reduce speed gradually. Don't fight the instability, guide it. Below them, the desert rushed closer. Too fast. "Falcon lead, you're vulnerable," came a warning. "I know," she replied, but she didn't move. Because she wasn't leaving him. 3, level your pitch. Small corrections only. The damaged jet steadied.
Just barely.
"Now we're getting you home." Enemy radar lit up again. Another lock. "Lead. You have to move," Martinez shouted. She had seconds. Maybe less. Sophia made her decision. 2, take lead. "What?" "That's an order." She dropped back, placing herself between the threat and the damaged aircraft. Missile incoming. She didn't break. Not yet. 3, stay with me, she said quietly. Almost there. The missile warning screamed louder. Closer. Closer. At the last possible second.
Now.
She rolled hard, dumping flares. The explosion ripped through the air behind her. Shock waves slammed the jet. Warning lights flashed. But she was still flying. Lead your systems, Martinez started. I'm fine, she cut him off. Focus on getting 3 down. The base came into view, runway stretching like a lifeline. 3, you're taking emergency landing, she said. You'll use the arresting cable. Copy. Wind shear hit. Hard. The damaged aircraft lurched. Almost lost. Stay with it, Sophia shouted. Trust your inputs. Seconds felt like hours. Then,
Hook down.
cable catch. A violent stop. 3 is down. Relief hit the comms like a wave. Sophia exhaled, for the first time in minutes. Lead, you're up next, Martinez said. You're leaking fuel. Of course she was. She lined up the runway. Hands steady. Mind clear.
Touchdown.
Silence. Then applause over comms. Louder than before. Different. This time, it wasn't surprise.
It was respect.
Later, on the flight line, the same pilot stood there. The same place. The same heat. But no one laughed. Captain Rodriguez stepped forward. Shook his head. Guess I owe someone a month's pay. Sophia allowed a small smile. Keep it, she said. Because she didn't need it. She had something better. The sky. And the right to lead in it.